Hello and welcome to Bradford Cathedral's Children's Space Crafts. Today we're going to be making a light jar to help us understand what it means to be part of God's family. Even in the best families, there can sometimes be disagreements. We don't always like what each other says, and sometimes we get on each other's nerves, even in the church. And Jesus understood this. In Matthew's Gospel, chapter 18, verses 15 to 20, Jesus talked to the disciples about how to overcome problems in the family, that is the church, and why it is so important. To make your light jar, you will need a clean glass jar, A4 paper, this can be card or paper and the colour of your choosing, glue, a tea light, scissors, pencil, coloured string and some tissue paper. Start by decorating your glass jar. I'm using very pale yellow tissue paper. Cut it into pieces and using the PVA glue, stick it onto your jar, then leave it to dry. Now to cut out your figures. Take an A4 piece of paper or card. I'm using black card, but that's quite difficult to cut, so paper may be easier. Draw a large circle and cut it out. Then fold the circle in half, then half again, then half again. Draw your figures. I've drawn a boy and a girl holding hands. Now here's the tricky bit. Carefully cut out your figures, being super careful with those sharp scissors. When you finish cutting, open out your circle carefully, and you should have a circle of boys and girls holding hands. Glue these around your decorated glass jar. If your jar is small, you may need to reduce the number of boys and girls going around the jar. Using some red paper or white paper coloured red, cut out some heart shapes. Glue these between the figures, where the figures are holding hands. This reminds us that when we have disagreements with one another, it is love that helps us to overcome them. Jesus tells us that when we have a disagreement, we shouldn't walk away from each other and stop talking, and neither should we gossip to other people about our problems. Instead, he tells us to talk to each other and to listen to each other. And if that doesn't work, bring in another friend that cares about the friendships to help us sort out our problems. To finish our light jars, use a coloured piece of string and glue it around the top of the jar. Then add some little crosses to represent Jesus in our lives. Jesus never stops loving us, even when we get things wrong. He never gives up on us, because he loves us so much. Jesus tells us that when we work together to overcome our differences, then we become stronger and happier as a family. Jesus' love for us and the whole world enables us to shine through and make the world a better place, no matter how dark things can feel sometimes. Jesus said, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among them." Jesus' love for us is the glue that binds us together and allows the light to shine through. I hope you enjoy making your light jars. We'd love to see photos of what you have done, and you can send pictures of them to info@bradfordcathedral.org. Thank you for joining us, and God bless.